game. Can't watch upstairs anymore.
The game? You talking about the musician? Anyway, let's go to the phone lines. You're in the press box. What's up?
Hey, it's Matt Gregg. And could you argue with the ramifications on the line that this game coming up Sunday is the most important game in Arrowhead history? Is there an argument for that? And I'll listen off air.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it. The most important in history. Are you sure, Chuck?
Well, yeah.
That would be the mindset like the next one's the most important always, right?
No.
Why?
Because the Chiefs winning this game sends them back to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, another Super Bowl. They've already had 3.
But with a chance to three-peat. History is on the line with this game. And this is the last game of the season in Arrowhead either way. So to argue that it could be one of the most, if not the most important game in the history of Arrowhead Stadium, sure, I could see it. Absolutely.
Maybe
with that kind of history on the line, with a nobody's ever done this before. Not even Tom Brady and the Patriots have done this before. Like, yeah, I could see this being that type of level game.
In terms of like putting the nail in the coffin, you go on a 3-peat, you kind of have the best 3-year window of any team in the history of the sport. You maybe kind of look back after they win a Super Bowl and they say, yeah, might have been it. I would say in terms of like this whole Chiefs era, the most important, oh man, that probably would have been I would say maybe their first one. Maybe the first one without Tyreek. Because that was kind of the moment where people were like, all right, they're going to still really be contenders without Tyreek Hill. I would maybe argue that. But, Chuck, if they
but
do
their
win
offense,
it,
but that was when the offense was still prolific, and their offense was actually better that season without Tyreek. I don't think anybody had any doubts that offseason that they could be competitive.
It's an interesting talking point.
It is. It really is. But I think simply from the standpoint that history is on the line. This could very. I hadn't thought of that, but I think he's got a point.
So, okay, if the Chiefs were to then 3-peat and then find themselves in the same position again the next year, then the next season would be the most important game in Arrowhead history.
Well, then you're just looking at breaking your own history for sure.
Okay, so it just seems like as the Chiefs add on, it's then you can kind of have the, in history moment, in history clause right after it. As long as this stretch goes, okay, cool with that. I would have guessed for like Chief diehard fans who maybe we're thinking, post Tyreek, can they still win it all? I would have said maybe that would have been your first true.
Man, I would have loved for this question to have been posed at the beginning of the show. If anybody's got an opinion on this, chime in. This is a fantastic question.
Maybe we'll get some insight here on the Maximum Outdoor Equipment Hotline.